Moving on, John F. Kennedy once said, "We are not going to the moon because it is easy. We are going to the moon because it is hard." Today we honor such an icon who has achieved infinite success, not because it was easy, but because it was tough. Today, in the Milt galaxy of so many stars and so many rising stars, this icon is born from the values that shape who we are: mastery, integrity, leadership, and transformation. He represents not only what we stand for, but who we aspire to become. This is the story of that Milt icon.
Every extraordinary journey begins with one simple moment, a moment that lights the spark and shows us the path to greatness. Born in Karnataka, raised in Bengaluru, he grew up in a home filled with values, discipline, and unconventional thinking. His parents lived with purpose, and that purpose shaped his life. As the second child, he faced emotional struggles. But these challenges made him stronger, more determined, and unstoppable. At just 21, he started Chitrakuta School on the first floor of his own home. With no business background, no experience, only passion and belief. From a small garage office to more than 300 students in just 4 years, his hard work created momentum and gave birth to a powerful vision. When legal requirements seemed impossible, when 10 crore rupees felt out of reach, he did not give up. He reinvented himself, worked day and night, and rebuilt his dream from scratch. Today, Chitrakuta stands tall, with 3 branches, 2,500 students, and more than 450 staff members. A thriving community built with love and leadership. Milt transformed his life. Aporish became his mentor, his guide, and the person who shaped his thinking. Through Milt, he healed, he grew, and he discovered his true purpose. President at 23, chairman during COVID, trustee and academic advisor, he supported Milt with commitment and with action. Awarded Best District Principal not once, but 3 times. Leading a school group with a turnover of 40 crore rupees, he continues to raise the bar every single. Blessed with Archana, a wonderful partner, and 2 beautiful children. His family gave him strength, joy, and transformation. He believes a leader must build leaders, not followers. He leads with acceptance, compassion, and inner strength. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting the incredible, the inspiring, the unstoppable Miltonian, Chaitanya, your Milt icon for 2025.
Let's invite him with a thunderous and a joyful applause, Miltonian Chaitanya. I call upon the member of the Milt Global Board, Miltonian Raman Krishnamurthy, to please felicitate Miltonian Chaitanya. Thank you, Miltonian Raman. I now request our icon to share his story with us. We'll have a short Q&A session after this.
इतने साल टोपी पहनाने के बाद तुम धार हो नदिया की, मैं तेरा किनारा हूँ, तू मेरा सहारा है, मैं तेरा सहारा हूँ। दो पल के जीवन से एक उम्र चुरानी है, जिंदगी और कुछ भी नहीं, तेरी मेरी कहानी है, एक प्यार का नगमा है। I was 21 years old when I came to Milt fraternity and had an opportunity to sit with Kante in satsang, be with Habai, be with, be in hermitage. I was rubbed so much at a very young age. I was fortunate. I was fortunate because Apresh motherland was Bangalore. He stayed there. And in this fraternity, being recognized is the most coveted award I could ever get. Thank you, Miltonians, for being in my life. Thank you. You guys mean a lot to me. I've been emulating you guys for 2 decades in every which way possible. It's very, very heartwarming. So I'm here to share a few of my thoughts. I don't think I can share any thought without bringing Operation to it. That's how it has been. I've never had a conversation where he doesn't come somewhere here or there. I would like to talk about being a second child. I always felt that my mother had a lot of soft corner to the elder brother because I was too naughty, which you can imagine. She had a tough time, which you can emote. And in the process, I felt second love, and I held it against her. Till the time once Aparesh called me and said, if you're not successful in your family, you can't be successful outside in any relationship in life. And he narrated his issues with his mother and said, my mother passed away, I never resolved it. Even today I hold her photo in my prayer just to ensure that I restore back my relationship with my mother, because that's the most precious relationship, and that transformed. As much as he taught me what prayer was, which was gratitude, he also told your gratitude starts from your mother. That was a very transforming moment to me. Since then, I have a wonderful relationship. As a Miltonian, I can tell you, I'm very happy my mother has a little more love for my elder brother. At least she has one. And it's so nice that she has. I feel so good about it. That transformation happened because of Aparesh. Professionally, in the last Kolkata convention, I went to a sweet shop, December, good sandesh and good rasgulla. Was so tasty. I'm a man, when I find something very tasty, I bring a lot of them. I took 100 of them to convention. People ask, why did you bring so much? When something is extraordinary, you must give it to everybody. You feel so great, it's extraordinary, give it to everybody, give it to everybody. That's very natural. So no wonder all my friends are Miltonians. No wonder most of my colleagues are Miltonians. Because Milt is so amazing. How can I have it alone? When Karthik was telling, get one, I have no idea how many I got. And it is not just getting a Miltonian, making them have that zeal of Milt. I'll say the names, you'll get goosebumps. Miltonian Rajesh, Miltonian Joita, Miltonian Ashwin, Miltonian Chinmay, Miltonian Ashok, Miltonian Ramesh, Miltonian Anita. I can just go, Miltonian Dr. Ananya. All these are living Miltonians with enthusiasm. That means we have Milt in our blood. I gym with Miltonians. I work with Miltonians. I drink with Miltonians. I don't sleep with Miltonians. So Milt has always been a very, very integral part of mine. In fact, so much I'm in love with Milt. So much I'm in love with Milt. In fact, I want to talk about Milt's way. Milt's way is digital. Why is it digital? A lot of questions came up. When it was offline, it used to happen in Bangalore once or twice a year max. And my colleague's schedule was not matching with it. So there was a time where I wanted to make Miltonians, but it was not happening. The program was at a time where our colleagues could not be relieved. So I did something very, very odd. I started MLC my own, in my own name. So started training my colleagues in the format of MLC. We called it Passion. And it's been 15th batch now. There are about 200 people who have been rubbed with the Milt philosophy. We conduct alumni exactly like this. We have TTCs, TTAs happening. That means so much the Milt has become a part of my life. I don't know anything else beyond Milt. I don't quote anything else beyond Milt. I was told I need to talk about some achievements. I would say ignorance is a bliss. When I started very young, I was ignorant. I didn't know what I was getting into. If only I would have known that to start a school, you need an acre of land. You need 10 plus crores of rupees. If only I would have known, maybe I might not have dared to. Ignorance worked in my favor. I just started off. 3 years went by. There were 100 students. That is the first time I read the bylaw. And then woke up to the fact. By then I was a Miltonian. By then I was so influenced by Aparesh. His line, if you lack commitment, if you can't live by your commitment, you're characterless. That had stuck so deep in me. I had committed to 300 students, parents of theirs, that I'll be taking their children to 10th standard. And I had no voice, no guts, no life to back off. I was just stuck in front of a big wall. By then, my turnover was not even a crore. Forget about profit or able to invest. But one thing, hard work was always in my blood. Maybe borrowed by my parents. Determination, hard work. I always say, generally, when I do something, I'm successful. I feel I'm very lucky because I fail several times, but I don't stop. I stop only after I become successful. So what happens is, finally it's successful. But people would not know so many failures which would have gone by just because I did not stop. And in a situation like that, when I needed a huge funds to get affiliation done, I had tough times of a couple of years because it was very clueless. Then I had to move out of education and get into real estate because that's where money is. So I had a lot of family properties which were unorganized. I organized it, joined hands with Miltoni and Rajesh, made quite a few layouts, spent about a couple of years, made a lot of money. Made a lot of money, took a land, built up. That's not what I'm proud of. As a Miltonian, you will be able to emote something which I'm very proud of. Though I made a lot of money, though I knew I had an edge, I stopped because it was only making money. It was not a part of my passion. After 2-3 years, I stopped the real estate business, came back to why I started in the first place, and got back to education and started working with people. So this is something happened by itself simply because Milt was in me. Another achievement which I can talk before I open up for questions. Aparesh said, problems are opportunity in disguise. And hard work, I never shied away from. During COVID, I realized, okay, this is going to be a tough time for schools of all, because children weren't going to schools. How would you ask for fees? That is when I had to work many hours, 15, 16 hours. I lost half my weight. One whole year, taking my whole team, moved towards online education, where parents could sit and see what education was, which everybody thought was a trouble, that parents could sit and see. But parents were able to see what a wonderful job we were doing. So something miraculous happened. When everybody were cribbing, things are not happening online, there were parents of Chitrakuta who were saying, what a wonderful way. When everybody is saying things are not happening well, this school is doing wonderfully well. Every problem is an opportunity in disguise. So much of inquiries came in that we thought it's a good time to start another school, because so many schools are closing. So many schools were closing, that means there should be somebody taking it, and it should be us. So that's when the last school, Chitrakuta Kaushalya, was born in a very big way, and within 2-3 years, it became very successful. So these were a few things which as a Miltonian I'm proud of. There is a secret which I've never shared from stage. Everybody felt I was very passionate about schooling. But somewhere inside I was feeling, even if I had opened a restaurant, I would have been successful. Even if I had opened something else, I would have been successful. I was not giving too much of my ears to it because it sounded very arrogant, very, egoistic. Anything I do, I'll do, kind of a stuff. But I strongly felt there was something more finer which was behind my success. And I realized I have the ability to believe in people. I get joy in their success. And that finer thing I believe and you achieve. Today I wondered the big question, why did I make Apresh my mentor? When nobody believed, he believed in me. In the introductory section he said, the way you're sitting, I know you're cut out for a big life. I would not be surprised. If only you would have believed a little of what I believe in you. This belief he had in me was something made me making my mentor. And I carried that. If I had opened a restaurant, I would have believed in chef so much. I would have believed in the supplier so much that he would have grown. Invariably, I would have been successful. It would have been incidental to be successful. Because it's my kick comes out of believing in manpower, believing in human potential. A small piece of Apresh lives in me. Very, very fortunate, very, very lucky. In our friends group, we fight. You know on what? I'm the luckiest man. No, I am the luckiest man. Because each of us are so grateful for what life is. But I yet strongly feel I am the luckiest man. Simply because I had an opportunity at a very early age to be with Apresh so closely. I don't know how many of you know. I used to have the privilege of going on private trips for weeks together with him. Me, Joita, and few other people used to join. And Ashwin has joined several times. And we used to go for trips for weeks together. I think I should stop the story by saying something very touching of Apresh. Okay, I think Apresh has done too much. So the very little I could do was, I could ensure that he has a help for the last 6-7 years of his life, ensuring that there is no gap. There is always one person helping him throughout in the last 6 years. I played a very pivotal role in that man being there. And in the second COVID, when Apresh had COVID, when the world was shivering, I remember, I didn't ask. Ashwin and I got a call that Apresh got COVID. We just took our car, got him admitted. And everybody were like, you took a COVID patient in your car? You admitted him? I'm not sure whether his child really joined along. And Ashwin and I felt, this is what we would have done if it was our father. Nothing else you would have done. You wouldn't have thought twice. What is the worst that could have happened? I would have got COVID. That's the worst that could have happened, right? That thought could not pass by. Because that is the role. I call him, he has fathered my thoughts. He lives in me. So this is my little story. Any questions, I would be happy to answer. Thank you. Thank you. Truly humbles me. Thank you. Yes, Mayor. Sir, how did I name the name Chitrakuta? Interesting question. I mean, everybody were behind convents. We thought we were very proud as an Indian. We wanted everybody to just know it's an Indian school. So there is no international, there is nothing about it. It's Indian. It's clear Indian, rooted to our culture. Very proud of it. You want to have a mic or something?
For anyone who would like to You had your curiosity answered?
Oh, thank you for bringing that up. People always felt I follow Apresh so much that I should at least have 2-3 failed marriages. But I learned my lesson with the first one. My first one was a mistake, which lasted for a month. Maybe I really believed Apresh when he said, just go and catch hold of the first women you meet out. It works. No, it was not right. It didn't work. Maybe the second one would. So I used to always joke, just ensure your spouse is not a Miltonian, your life will be fine. So she's,
Chaitanya.
yeah, it's for above. Okay. Sleeping is a very broad word. Why not is an easy answer. I think this mic is not working. Am I? Am I audible? Yeah. Sleeping is a very broad word. I would say why not? But it's up to her, the Milt way. I really believe that I should not push my thoughts on someone else. So the way Apresh said, you live a life in such a way that if somebody feels influence, the person gets influenced. But no pushy. Yes?
What was the reason you thought that your wife must be non-Milton?
Should I give way for her? No. That was a joke. You had to have a way. You're just at number 2. You have a way. In just a funny way, yes. I'm blessed with 2 children, as told. I spend a lot of good time with them. I take my daughter because she's the only one who is walking right now. The other one is yet putting a small step. We go on a coffee date thrice a week. We go in the morning. We spend 1 hour on coffee shop. She'll be doing some homework. Oh, she's raising her hand to say, okay, don't miss me. So we have a good time.
Yeah. We have a question, last time for one last question. Please ask your question from the mic.
Yeah, I mean, professional goals, being successful was a very important criteria. So I had to do a lot of things to ensure that it's successful. That means the market takes it well, easily and quickly. But now I want to do something which I'm proud of. It's okay, be a little indifferent towards market. Something which I feel, yeah, this is how the school should be. This is how the education should be. And taking the success to be a second level. That's where my higher goals professionally is. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you, Miltonian Chaitanya, for making us believe that such a man exists in flesh and blood in front of us.